Hey there, this is Dean Wynn from Homestead High School. I am Dean of Students for those that have the last names A through L. So it's nice to meet you in this training, and I am going to go over Homestead High School's academic integrity training. So with the whole district, we do have a motto when it comes to academic integrity, and it's pursuing excellence with integrity, right? So integrity, the word integrity itself is basically, what are you doing when no one's watching, right? So if you have integrity, you do the right things. If you don't, you do the wrong things when no one's watching, right? So it's all about having that mindset when you're going through life and when you're making these decisions on your own. Okay, so with the definition of academic integrity, so what academic integrity is, this is, again, this is coming, it's sourced from our district policy. So the link is on the bottom. Academic dishonesty is using a person's work, concepts, designs, data, ideas, research, or documentation without giving proper credit to the source. It goes beyond plagiarism to also include lying, cheating, or using or providing unauthorized materials in preparation for exams, quizzes, or tests, or using or providing unauthorized materials during an exam, test, quiz, and other acts such as theft or falsification of records and files. So this is a whole breadth of infractions. So I'm going to go through, hopefully, all of the ones that are in the definition from our district policy, and also others that we have encountered. Okay, but again, this is just a sample of it. It is not limited to these, as again, academic integrity is a whole breadth of it. So sorry, here we go. Again, our district policy is found here. You could find it on our district website. It includes, but are not limited to, plagiarism, submitting falsified work, using unauthorized materials, falsifying academic documents, damaging or hindering others' work, assisting others in any of these acts. So plagiarism, for instance, is when you are citing sources, actually when you're basically copying and texting sources without citing them, right? So you're not giving proper credit where credit is due, right? Sometimes teachers can get you on it if you don't quote, right? So you got to put these, sometimes when you're taking texts from websites, you got to make sure that you quote and you cite them properly, right? Please make sure that you ask your teachers on how to do that correctly, right? Submitting falsified work, for instance, is taking work that is not your own. You found it on the internet, you found it on websites, your friends, for instance, your friend's work, and then submitting it as your own. So please understand that teachers are teachers for a reason, because they probably figured these things out already. We do have websites that we regularly go to make sure that you are answering it in your own words. So please understand that the use of those websites are also considered submitting falsified work or plagiarism. Okay, so especially when we have tools that we use where you enter your essays or your answers. Okay, using unauthorized material, again, websites, test banks, notes on a test or quiz when you're not supposed to be. I know that you see this on shows and videos, but I mean, the labels of water bottles where students would like write things, or even on your arm, or using your watch, for instance. Falsifying academic documents is one of the harsher ones that will get you in severe trouble. So please don't do that. Usually changing your academic records, for instance, or going into a teacher's computer to change your grade will count as this. Damaging or hindering others' work. So this is one that's not cheating, but again, it follows under academic integrity. It's basically destroying someone else's work so that they can't receive the credit they should, right? That is one of the severe ones too. Assisting others in any of these acts, again, it's not limited to these 6, but there's a whole breadth of it. If you are one of the people that supplies the work and you distribute it to, like, I don't know, 5 people, again, you're at fault for supplying, even if it's to 1 person or 5 or 10, again, you're supplying that work. And that is cheating, okay? Consequences for these violations. The consequences themselves are also a whole breadth, right? So it depends on the severity of the offense, of course, but you could have something as multiple letter grade changes. It could be one letter grade change. So from an A to a B, or from an A to an F. So it could be multiple, right? It could be in the grading period, or it could be within the whole semester. So again, it depends on the whole severity and if it is your first or second time, right? You also will have a parent meeting with the deans. So again, I'm Dean Nguyen for those A through L. And if you are M to Z, you go with Dean Trejo. Referral is written and is attached to your academic record. That is one that a lot of parents and students will be sort of scared of. Again, we'll go over it as we have to talk to you through them, but we'd rather you not commit these. Teachers may ask for academic integrity referrals, like how many have you received, so that they could either write your recommendation letter or not write your recommendation letter. So this impacts students who are trying to apply to colleges. So when you are applying to colleges, your teachers will have to write a letter of rec, and most teachers do ask for if you have any behavioral issues that they need to be aware of. Suspension can be part of it, and expulsions. I didn't include it there, but expulsions can also be on there. And these sometimes get reported to colleges. I say sometimes, it depends on how many you commit and the severity of the offense. Again, it stays with you until you graduate. So please make sure that, hi babe. So please understand that it stays with you until you graduate. So basically think of it sort of like a Post-it that stays on your behavioral report. And then when you apply to colleges, we look at how many you have, and then there's a little checkbox that we report to. It actually does say something along the lines of, does this student have any academic integrity issues or behavioral issues we need to be worried of? We check that box, we put in our contact information, and they give us a call or an email, right? So please understand that it is super, super severe. So when we're talking about pursuing excellence through integrity, we really, really, really do mean it, right? Now, for instance, if you're not one of these people that commit these violations, how can you report it? So this is our student portal of our Homestead website. So if you see the sign, the Mustang with the rainbow right over there, that's our student safety report. And once you click on it, it takes you to the report itself, which is a Google form. Please make sure that you fill it out. It is anonymous. No one will know except for the deans. And when you fill it out, please fill it out with as much detail as possible, right? Or you could go directly to the BEST office, which is our office that includes all of the climate office, right? Or a trusted teacher, and they could email us or walk to us and give us the info. Okay, so please, I'm begging you, please do not cheat. Actually think about it before you do it, because it's not worth it. So in the end, especially if you're a high performing student, and it is better for you to receive that 0 than it is for you to have something on your behavioral report that could be submitted off to colleges. So please be aware of that, and what it comes down to, especially when it is on your academic record. Okay, this is Dean Nguyen signing off.